Hey everyone, so if you watched that last video, you should now have a basic understanding of the 12-bar blues form. We're going to take a look on the guitar at an easy way to identify the 1, 4, and 5 chord in any key that you're given for the blues. So it's going to go back to knowing this shape and how the notes relate to each other. If you know your notes on your low E and A string, it's going to help you out with this, with doing this faster. So here, let's do the key of A. If someone tells you that you're going to play a blues in the key of A, the 1 chord is the name of the key. So if they say key of A, it means your 1 chord is going to be A7. So we're going to find A on the guitar. We're looking at our handy-dandy shape right here. That's going to be our 1 chord. Now we need to find the 4 chord. 4 chord is right below that on the A string. That's D. Now to find our 5 chord, we're going to go up 2 frets from there. E. It's going to be E7 right there. So our 1, 4, 5 in the key of A is A7, D7, E7. So a blues in the key of A would use an A7 chord, a D7 chord, and an E7 chord. Let's do another key and then try playing it a little bit. So key of G. Blues in the key of G, that tells me my 1 chord has to be G7. So I'm going to find G on the low E string. It's right here on the 3rd fret. To find my 4 chord, I go to the next string on A, on the A string. And 3rd fret on the A string gives me C. So I know my 4 chord is C7. Now to find my 5, I go up 2 frets from there, still on the A string. That's D. So my 5 chord is going to be D7. So now I know my 3 chords I'm going to use for a blues in the key of G are going to be G7, C7, and D7. Now the order that those happen in, like we talked about in the last lesson, is right here. So if we have identified our chords, we can put them in this formula. So the 1 chord we said was G7, 4 is C7, back to the 1. We get to play the 5 chord there, D7, C7, G7. We're going to go back to the 5 chord right here at the end, D7. So by doing that, we've identified our chords for the blues in the key of G. And as far as what chord shapes to use, I'm using form 1 and 2 bar chords, and they're 7th chords. So the shapes are right here if you need to refamiliarize yourself with it. All right, we're going to go ahead and jam along with these chords. Practice playing them along with me. We're going to play our blues in the key of G. Here we go. A 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch to C. G7. D7, C7, G7, D7, repeat, G7, C7, G7, D7, C7, the top 2 times through. Now, once you get really good at just kind of knowing this pattern, instead of doing 1 note at a time and then writing it in, you can kind of memorize the pattern that happens, right? So if we said we want to do a blues in the key of A, we could easily go ahead and say, so ignore what's on the board back there. We could easily go ahead and say, okay, blues in the key of A, my 1 chord is here, my 4 chord is right there, and my 5 chord is right there on E7. So we have A7, D7, E7. So a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to D7, back to A7. takes you back to the top. So really, after going through this process a couple times, breaking it down step by step like we did, you'll have this memorized in no time. You'll have the blues form memorized, you'll know the shape of the roots for the 1, 4, and 5, and you'll know what chords to go with them as far as your bar chords goes as well. So I hope you all enjoyed this lesson today, and we'll see you next time.